and wonderful, wonderful products that we can bring to you at HSN. I'm your host, Lynn Murphy, and I'm gonna start with this very special FDA cleared. This is our Capillus. It is a laser treatment, FDA cleared hair growing system. We have sold thousands here at HSN, and I always encourage you to go online. I want you to pull up Capillus, because when I tell you we have the best value anywhere, normally it's $1,999. We're about $300 off that here at HSN, and then of course with the flex pay options, the opportunity for you to break up. And we understand, obviously this is a commitment. So much so that we give you a 6-month return policy. In this next hour, any question you may have, and we want to hear from you, our very special guest, you're going to introduce him to you in just a moment, is going to walk us through what this has done personally for him and thousands of other men and women. One of those happens to be our very own Martino Cartier. Take a listen to what he loves so much about the Capillus hair cap.
My name is Martino Cartier, celebrity stylist. When I turned 40 years old, I noticed my hairline was really starting to thin, and I was starting to panic. So I found a hair restoration surgeon, world-renowned guy, right here in Florida. So I went to him and I had the transplant. I spent a lot of money, and he told me, you really should protect your investment. And by doing that, I want you to get this Capillus laser cap. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna stop the hair from falling out that you already had with the surgery. Plus, it's gonna help other hair come in thicker and more fuller, like when you were younger. Being a celebrity stylist, I have access to the best of the best. So if I choose Capillus, you should too. FDA approved, clinical results, you're gonna love your hair.
You know, I love listening to Martino. He is so passionate about this cap, as so many thousands of you are. So one of those happens to be a Capillus wearer for for a long time now. Our very own Barry Pintar is back with us. Barry is our brand ambassador. When I tell you you're gonna be educated in this next hour, so many people have questions and think, wait a minute, what in the world? It's a baseball cap.
And you know, isn't that great? Because so many folks are stuck at home.
Yeah.
And we have an hour to have a real, genuine, educating session. Because here's the deal. I have sat with thousands of men and women over the years, and it was my job to explain very specifically why their hair was falling out, to explain very specifically what, if anything, the medical community recognizes that you can do to grow real hair. Not a cosmetic, not a quick fix, but really grow hair. And Lynn, I'm so excited because I would love to go through all that. I'd love people to call in. We're gonna like look at Daniel. I mean, can we start with him?
Let's do it. This is 6 months.
Yeah, now people would come into my office and you know, one of the first things they wanted to they would come in panicking saying, my hair's falling out. What can I do about it? I would be able to tell them, medical technology truly has advanced to the point where we can not only stop your hair from falling out, we can regrow hair. Look at that. That is crazy the way that happened on Daniel. There's Yvonne. Same thing with female, a typical wider part. The next one is Lester. He's 3 months in. But here's the great thing. When you're looking at these before and afters, please hear me that we are not talking about a cosmetic. We are giving you 6 months to try it. I should say HSN is doing that, and I am so thrilled that they're doing that because we really are talking about growing real hair. It's going to take that long. Isn't it exciting to watch all the things on HSN that help you get fuller, thicker hair? But
painlessly too,
what we're talking about is the medical answer, right down to the follicle, right down to the root for folks who have thin hair, who really can't even use that stuff because there's not a lot there, to, as you saw in those before and afters, actually regrow real hair.
And that's what we hear often. Okay, I want to tell you about this special configuration here at HSN. Okay, you're going to receive the baseball cap, but the unique thing is the laser is inside the baseball cap, and that is removable. So you can put it in any of your favorite hats, but we'll tell you a little bit more about that. You have all the different outlets for international use, so that way you're never without it. Comes with the carrying case, comes with your adapter. Basically, you charge it and you're ready to go. And I always love starting with this question to you, Barry.
Yes.
When you say once a day, people are saying, oh, okay, this is gonna be like a 5-hour commitment to get results like that. what do you recommend? How long once a day to get the most beneficial
And here's
benefits?
the great thing. There is no recommendation involved. It is regulated by a computer chip. It is 6 minutes once a day.
Is that awesome?
Remember, we're talking about an FDA cleared product, so let me stack some information for you. First of all, there are 202 lasers in here. I point that out because you may have seen things in the past that were like $300, $400, $500, $600, $800, and you're like, what is with this price point? Well, what you were looking at was maybe a comb that had 8 lasers or a helmet that had 40 lasers. This is truly the doctor's version, professional strength grade, 202 lasers in there. Get as close as you want, guys. There, you can almost see, you say, oh, well, we've never gotten that close. That's so cool. See three-dimensional how they are there, Lynn? I'm gonna turn it on. These are not LEDs, guys. That is super important to understand. LEDs are Christmas tree lights. If you're watching me and you're learning about this technology and you're thinking, I'm gonna go online and you're gonna get something like this, you may be spending a lot of money for Christmas tree lights in the cap. These are medical grade lasers. Class 3R lasers. I always say that because we have a lot of medical folks watching. The same kind of laser used in hospitals for wound healing or to help burn victims heal more quickly. True medical grade lasers that are FDA cleared. So we're going to talk about what it means to be FDA cleared. We're going to talk about the real medical options out there. We're really going to spend some time having a consultation, educating you, because I want you to make a smart advice. I always tell people, I'm not selling anything. When I sat with men and women in my office, I would say, look, I don't want to sell you anything. It's super important to me, though, that I educate you so you know your options.
Absolutely, and that's the best part. And that's why I love HSN. I mean, especially now,
Really
right? I mean, we say, listen, you don't have to buy anything, but thank you for just listening and being part. I mean, we just love being able to be there with you and educate you. Whether it may not be for you, maybe it's for your husband, maybe it's for your sister, maybe you've done the research, and so many of you have, because it is the #1 leader. It's because it is FDA approved. Because right here at HSN, how many times, Barry, now have we sold out of every time?
It seems like every time now. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes several times a day we'll reload and they sell out. But you know why? Because folks have been watching, like you said.
And they're seeing results.
And we really care about educating them. So sometimes, I get it, it takes a while to listen so you feel safe, because look, I really understand. So you may be looking at me and saying, wait, okay, so where's your hair? Now remember, we're talking about a real thing. I started losing my hair in my 20s. This technology was not around. However, as I got older, it started to come onto the scene so I could save all of this up here, which I'm thrilled about, because I would otherwise be what's known as a class 3. We'll look at charge, the horseshoe guy. So I'm thrilled with what I got. Ladies, you may be sitting at home. Gentlemen, I know a lot of you are there at home too. And again, I'm going to walk you through all of your options, but you may be sitting there with fine hair, frizzy hair, that you're wondering, can I really do anything about it? And the answer is yes. And look at this animation and I'll explain how. I'll go into a lot more detail in a moment. But basically what's happening is your follicles are dying, or your roots, a lot of people call them. It's called miniaturization. They are actually dying to the point, so we're born with healthy follicles. Androgenic alopecia, we've inherited something, or there's something going on. Even stress in today's world can make our hair fall out. And the follicle's getting weak and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it's gone. When it's gone, that's permanent baldness. So what does the medical community want to do? And what can it do, by the way, in the last 10 to 20 years? We want to catch that follicle before it's dead and gone and truly bring it back to life, which we can. Let's look at that animation one more time, guys, so it can make sense. So we're going to catch it before it's dead with a very specific medical grade laser, not LED, class 3R laser, same use for wound healing. Lynn, we're actually stimulating the cells in that follicle. I'll go right down to the molecular level in a second here for you, and bringing it back to life. So what was, if we can pop up Daniel one more time. I'm sorry, Jared, I'm probably driving you nuts, Jared, the producer, just so we can get through everything. If we can pop up Daniel one more time, you'll get it, okay? So again, now that we've seen that animation, Lynn, look at Daniel, okay? And I gotta walk up here, I get too excited. Look at the scalp. Look at his hair.
Unreal,
I mean,
Barry.
you have to understand, when this, I've been in this medical industry for a while. When I first saw these before and afters, B, when I first heard we went to 202 lasers that doctors can sell when I've been used to selling 8, or even when we got to 80, I'm like, you're kidding me. It is such an amazing breakthrough of an FDA-cleared medical device that really grows hair that people can own.
An advancement. I mean, to see, like you said, in all the years, that is what Capillus is 100% has done, is research to make this happen. And the beauty is HSN, when we partnered with Capillus, said, you know what, we need to do something extra special. You can go on the website and you're gonna find this for $1,999. We're able to bring it to you at a $300 savings. On top of that, we have the 6 monthly flex payments, which is still gonna be under $300. We're shipping this to you. You're gonna receive it in the next few days, but you have that confidence of the full 6 months. You also have that confidence that it's HSN, and we stand behind everything. We have a wonderful return policy. The only thing we're asking you is be consistent. 6 minutes a day. That's the beauty here. And it's a ball cap. I mean, you could be, you know, outside. You can be wearing this and wherever you want. Traveling, you want to, you know, continue with having that wonderful continuous results, using it every day and get the maximum results like we're showing you in 6 months. In a year, and I know Barry's going to talk to us about that, what you can expect. I mean, obviously, everybody's results are going to be will vary, but even after 2 years, what people have experienced, Barry, by wearing their Capillus hat every single day for 6 minutes, it's a breakthrough.
It's incredible. You don't even get to your full thing, your full advancement until 2 years, but by 6 months, you'll know, which is why we're giving you 6 months. That's real true. Okay, can I put a couple things on deck?
Yes, you bet.
One, here's what I want to do for you guys. I want to very specifically explain what the medical community recognizes that you can do. Before I do that, I want to clearly explain to you what an FDA clearance is, because that's super important to know. But before I do that, because I want to show you, we're really going to educate you, I want to bring in a doctor real quick.
Okay.
This is a doctor that folks know and love. Okay, we have a library full of doctors in our headquarters that we can bring in. But this is a doctor folks know, because she's very big in the home shopping world, very well-respected scientist. She's not only an MD, she's also a PhD. I want you to listen to how she says she likes it, because it's FDA cleared. Listen to why Dr. Dines chooses Capillus for herself.
My name is Dr. Adrienne Dines. I'm a medical doctor. I also have a PhD. 2 years ago, I began to see a profound change in the quality of my hair. I have started to use Capillus, and I find it effective. It is very important for me that Capillus is FDA cleared. You put it on your head, you turn it on, one button, and you're done.
And we love that when you can have that backup of a well-respected doctor, and knowing that it's FDA cleared, they're seeing the results, and that it's safe. One of the other big questions we always get, Barry, is there burning sensation?
Oh, that's awesome. I love that question. Yeah. So we're going to walk over to our model who's going to show us how to use it, but no burning, no tingling. They're actually cool lasers, FDA cleared cool lasers. So how about if I talk about what an FDA clearance means?
Please do.
Because that's a great thing to talk about after we hear from the doctor. So to get an FDA clearance, which is gigantic, it's one of the first things I discussed when you came into my office. You have to prove to the FDA 2 things through human clinical trials. Remember, I'm talking about this technology. You have to prove to the FDA what's known as efficacy or effectiveness, or check this out, that this technology will do what we say it will do. So you have to get an FDA clearance, the FDA is actually saying this will help to stop hair loss and help to regrow hair. What that means is, don't take Dr. Dines's word for it, don't take my word for it, don't take Lynn's words for it, anybody. The FDA says this technology will do it. But secondly, you also have to prove to the FDA that this will do that safely, that this will safely help to stop hair loss and help to cause hair regrowth. Lynn, that's so huge, because I just saw something on Facebook the other day where it said, if you wash your hair with eggs, it'll help to stop hair loss. here's why I bring that up. Because there are folks out there who believe there's nothing you can do. It's just this is what my lot in life. Then there are folks out there who believe there are hundreds of things you can do, you just haven't found it yet. The reality is there actually are things the medical community recognizes you can do. So if you hear me say nothing else, hear me say that there are some things that you can do today.
Sure, and this is one of them. I mean, that's the wonderful thing, and it's HSN and our partnership, and again, extending that return policy. I've never, in all my years here, have ever offered a product where we have extended the return 6 full months. That's how much we are confident and stand behind the Capillus laser hat that you're just saying, give us 6 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And remember, yes, it comes with the hat, but you can interchange, right? We're gonna show that on Valerie. You can take the inside out and put it on any of your favorite caps that you have.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Lynn, because we're over here with beautiful Valerie, who was doing that very thing. So Valerie decided to take out the cap and put it in a pink cap.
Cute.
Okay? I know, she looks great. Now let me show you, while we're sitting here with Valerie, how it works, okay? Because as Lynn said, 6 minutes once a day is all you do. So Val decides she wants to hang out and do her treatment. So she has one button to push right there. She taps that one button and it comes on. That is all you have to do. Then, after she taps that button, the treatment has begun. She is actually getting her treatment under this cap. You see that? Val, if I mess up your hair, just say stop, because actually I probably shouldn't be touching you, right? We're supposed to have a 6-foot roll. I'm sorry. I promise I'm okay. And I wash my hands all the time. No, really. Okay, but I'll stay back. But anyway, there is a computer chip in here monitoring the whole thing, okay, right there. And it'll automatically turn itself off 6 minutes later. So all Val has to do then is take it off, stick it in the drawer back here or wherever she is, pull it out the next day and do it again. And that is it, Lynn. 6 minutes once a day and you are getting your treatment, and you're feeling no heat, correct?
Oh,
no
she wouldn't be
tingling.
sitting there smiling on national television otherwise, would she, Barry?
Yeah,
if she was
exactly.
feeling
Yeah,
any kind of
no
resistance.
pain, nothing that's going on. It's really that simple. 6 minutes once a day, and like you saw in that before and afters, she is getting a real, think about this, a real FDA cleared medical grade hair loss treatment where she's growing real hair. It doesn't get any more exciting or easy than that.
And we'll go back to that original before and after, when we were talking about after 3 months. And when you said growing real hair, I mean, please understand, this is not a powder that's covering up where there's, again, the thinning and fine hair. This is their own hair.
This is their own hair. And that's why, again, it's so amazing that HSN is giving them 6 months, because we are talking about growing real hair. So let's finally get to that question that we've talked about. What are the real options, okay?
Yeah.
Because, I said this to people when they came to my office, and I even mean it here. I don't want to sell anybody anything. I just want you to be educated so you can make the best choice for you, okay? So let's run through them. Ladies, there are only 3 things the medical community recognizes that you can do to help stop hair loss and help cause hairy growth. They are real. One is a topical, minoxidil. You've probably heard about it before. If you've suffered from hair loss, it's the granddaddy of them all. Here's the thing. You have to put it on and leave it on twice a day. If you do not, it won't work. I say that because if you're sitting at home and you're saying, wait, I tried minoxidil and it didn't work, therefore nothing won't work. If you didn't put it on and leave it on twice a day, that's why it didn't work, okay? I'm gonna get specific. It's a vasodilator. It opens your blood vessels and increases blood flow, bringing nutrients to the follicle. That's the way it works. The second one, okay, ladies, remember you have 3, minoxidil. The second one is PRP. That's where you go to your doctor's office and get shots in your head. You do it every so often, a month or 2 for the rest of your life. I will tell you in about a month or 2, it's the cost of this cap that you own, okay? It's very expensive. The last one is known as low-level laser therapy. That's this, also known as photobiomodulation. I'm using big words because I know so many of you spend time online and you want to know this is the real thing. Yes, it's the real thing. This is FDA cleared that you buy it once, you own it, you do it 6 minutes once a day. I'm gonna throw one more in there for the gentlemen, because I know we got a lot of guys sitting at home with the ladies as well. You have a fourth option called finasteride, which is a prescription medication that was, and still is, for an enlarged prostate. They just reduced the dosage, and you take that prescription medication, but even as I talk about that, the FDA requires me to say that it can have side effects, specifically sexual side effects of low sperm count, lack of libido. Here's the bottom line. There's only one you buy once. If you look at meta-analysis of all those out there, this is the one that is the most effective out of them all. And you only do it 6 minutes once a day, and you're actually regrowing real hair.
And you started when? I love when, you know, we talk about, you saw Martino Cartier, who always is the biggest fan of the Capillus, just because of what he went through, and you yourself.
Yeah, so Martino got okay, so who?
Yeah, he had
so when we say your doctor sells this, we're not just throwing that out there.
Oh, no.
Dermatologists, top hair doctors, I mean, really the top doctors out there by the thousands. If you went to your dermatologist and said, hey, my hair is falling out, what can I do? Chances are very good he or she already has this in their office and can sell it to you. Just happens to be more than what you could get it for an HSN today.
And no flex pay.
And no flex pay, certainly no 6 months to try it, right?
No.
But so Martino went to get hair transplants. So when you get hair transplants, your hair transplant doctor is always going to say to you, we need to save your existing hair. So they're transplanting hair, but they want to save the hair they're transplanting it in.
Sure.
Ladies, if you're at home wearing a wig and you're finally tired of it, you're not going anywhere, your hair's getting thinner and thinner, again, you would come into my office or your dermatologist's office and say, what can I do? This is one of the medically recognized modalities that you can do. It's also the only one that you buy once. The other ones you have to buy over and over again for the rest of your life.
Isn't that wonderful? And our very own Adam Freeman here at HSN also has been using the Capillus, and we're going to go ahead and take a little listen to him.
So my dad passed down a lot of wonderful things to me in the course of his lifetime, but one of the things that I'm not so fond of is the thinning hair. And it's something that I kind of noticed over recent years. Anyway, a few months back, I was at HSN and I saw this new product called Capillus. And I thought, well, you know, what have I got to lose? I might as well give it a try. So I've tried it, I've used it. Even my wife has said that my hair's starting to look thicker and fuller, and most important of all, the word that she used was healthier. So yeah, I'm a big believer already.
Oh, we love our very own Adam. I know how much
he's looking really good.
He looks fantastic.
Isn't it amazing?
And he loves
it's so
the
cool.
Capillus. He really does. Other thing we were just talking that it's made right here in the United States.
So that's pretty huge. A couple of things about that. First of all, there are so many places out there where you can get things from kind of mystery countries. I hate to say it that way. So if you're watching this and you're saying that makes sense and you go online, I do feel a need to warn you that there are companies out there that completely copy us with knockoffs that will show up in your search because they pay to show up in the search when you search Capillus. I only say that because as someone who cares a lot about you and your hair loss, it really upsets me when people get taken advantage that way. Some of them will even say laser treatment because they'll put 4 or 5 lasers in the cap, and then everything else is an LED. So please be careful, and you're certainly not going to get the 6 months guarantee. But look, take a look at this. This is where we manufacture right here in the USA. Look at these hands. Look at these folks doing the work here. Notice that you're not seeing conveyor belts. You're not seeing machines punching these out. What you are seeing are real people, real skilled technicians who are building your cap one at a time. You're also looking at our compliance department that works literally daily with the FDA so that we hold to all those standards that we are cleared for. That's why we can say you really are getting a real medical device, and that's why we're so confident saying take it for 6 months and see for yourself if this isn't the real deal.
And no questions asked, and really not a huge commitment at all. What we're asking you to do basically is wear a hat for 6 minutes a day, or take out the main unit, which has the 200 plus lasers in it, and put it in your favorite hat. 6 minutes, the beauty is it's all controlled. It's like your own little brain here. So this is even gonna, once you have it, you push it on, you put it on, it turns off after 6 minutes. You don't even have to go ahead and set an alarm. You don't have to set it a reminder. It's gonna do it for you. 6 minutes once a day. Comes along with the charger, everything that you need, but going back, FDA cleared. Be careful, and I'm so glad that you said that, Barry. Be careful, because there's always, when you have something so effective and most popular, people want to always knock that off, right? But you got to be careful on that.
And it's so hard for me to talk about, but look, here's the thing. Without sounding like a big sap, I care about people who are suffering from hair loss a lot. Androgenic alopecia is what we're talking about. That's what we're FDA cleared for. Androhumangenic inherited alopecia. So clearly, this runs in my family like it runs in yours. The thoughts of somebody ripping off my mother, let's say, oh, they hate when I say the word rip off, taking advantage of my mother because let's say mom or let's say you. You now believe, oh, I can see this is really medical grade. This is the same lasers used in hospitals for wound healing. I'm going to buy this. Oh, but wait, let me go online and see if I can find it somewhere less expensive. You won't find the Capillus less expensive, but you'll find something that looks just like it, but it's nothing like it. You see this hypoallergenic silicone gel layer that's flexible, really important in today's world, right? Hypoallergenic layer. You won't see that. It won't be flexible like this. You'll get something that's hard shell that if you drop on the floor, it will shatter in a million pieces. And if you go to call someone, there is no one to call because they're from some country you've never heard of before. And instead of saving $1,000, you've just blown $1,000. You're gonna have to call us back to get that. That's a mouthful because I get really angry when people get taken advantage of. Make sure you get the real thing that doctors use. Again, without something condescending that HSN is saying, look, we believe it so much.
We give you 6 months.
We give you 6 months to do it because we're going to grow hair. Because it really, guys, I would never be dishonest. This is the cap, the brand that the doctors give to their patients.
Oh,
and there's nothing experimental. There have literally, Lynn, been hundreds and thousands of human clinical trials and studies on this technology to this point. Because there has to be for an FDA-cleared product. For us to be able to stand here and say all this.
Oh, sure, and to be available in dermatologists and doctors' offices.
It's totally
and you go online, you will find this for $1,999 every day.
It's true.
And it's a #1 top seller at that price. We were so thrilled when we partnered up with Capillus and we were able to offer it here at HSN. And we try to do this when available at an event price. So at $300 off, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, having that opportunity for our new shoppers out there, you see the flex pay options. What exactly does that mean? Over the next 6 months, with any major credit card that you're shopping with, or debit card or PayPal, it'll be $83. And we're shipping this out to you in the next 48 hours. You're gonna receive this at your home in the next few days. Give us 6 minutes. Give us 6 months. You don't notice a difference, you ship it right back to us. But I tell you, when we show you before and afters, as dramatic as what we're showing you in those before and afters, and that wasn't even a year, that's after 6 months. You can only imagine how much better, correct, Barry?
Up to 2 years until he sees the full results.
He's gonna have a full head of hair.
I know, so let's talk about this again. And let's take our time and talk about this because this is what people want to see. Guys, this is a real thing. Just in case you're new to HSN, HSN has an amazing integrity, as does Capillus, because we are watched and we are checked on everything we say. When I tell you this guy right here used this exact same cap I'm talking about, and 6 months later looked like that, you can take that to the bank because it legally has to be that. So now track with me, okay? Look at the before. Here's Daniel coming into my office, panicked that his hair is falling out. Daniel could be 19, he could be 29, 39, 49,
I was gonna say,
50.
he's got dark hair, he's a young guy, most likely.
It could be any age for this. So what I would say to Daniel is, Daniel, here's the great news. Medical technology has advanced to the point where we can not only stop your hair from falling out, we can actually regrow hair. What we're going to do is take all that baby fine hair that's already dying and bring it back to life. And Lynn, there it is 6 months later. Look what happened.
Unreal.
Is that not undeniable?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at Yvonne, then we'll go to the chart so I can explain hair thinning for you. So Yvonne, I like to show Yvonne because she has a very typical thinning pattern for females for androgenic alopecia. You know, you've seen it on your mom, your aunt, your grandma. The part gets wider and wider and wider. The bangs get thinner and thinner. But here's why I like to show Yvonne.
And the crown too.
And the crown, absolutely, all of that. Notice that not only is her part thinning in, and everybody's timing is different. Notice that maybe Daniel was a little ahead of her because we're individual human genetic people, but we get results. But Lynn, look at her sides, how shiny, and her back, how much fuller. Look, she has bangs now. So that's what I'm saying. And she's only halfway home from before to after to what's going to happen to 2 full years.
For another year from now.
Another year from now, because again, we're treating the follicle. We're actually treating the root and bringing it back to life. So look at this Ledwig-Savin scale. These are the classifications of scales that doctors use to classify you. Those gray areas are where we are FDA cleared, okay? You see that part getting wider and wider. Now, hear me say this if you're in that white area. I would never tell you not to use that because a lot of those folks just want to stop loss and bring some hair back. They may not get a full, thick head of hair like they would like, but they're going to make a difference, okay? Now, let's look at the Norwood Hamilton. These are guys. See, again, FDA cleared in that gray area, but you know, let me tell you something, Lynn. Let's do the reverse side. That number 2, these number 2 guys here, one of your directors came out to me a couple months ago when I was here, and he's a class 2. He's freaking out that he's losing his hair. He said, can I use this? I say, absolutely not only can you, you should, because this is progressive. You are eventually, this is what I talked to Adam about. You're gonna eventually gonna be at 3 or 4 or 5 potentially, so you wanna get it as soon as you can.
Makes sense.
Because once that follicle is dead and gone, it's gone.
So it's not coming
Now you're
back.
talking 5 figures in hair transplants like Martino did.
Well,
is that making sense?
Absolutely
so
it
you
is.
can do something now at home for 6 flex pays and 6 months, and it's all in your control for 6 minutes once a day with a real FDA cleared medical device.
For men and for women, for women. We're halfway through the presentation, so I'm gonna start back at the very, very beginning. This has been our #1 seller for potential hair growth for men and women. I always encourage you go online. I want you to do the research and all the research that Capillus has done to stand behind to make this, you know, available that we can actually say FDA cleared, which is huge. And a lot of regrowth systems do not have that, but this particular one does. And that we're able to do it because of HSN at a $300 savings and flex pay and all of that. But you know, getting results and hearing results is what it's truly about. And our very own Martino Cartier here at HSN, we were just talking about him earlier, he had some of the hair transplants. This is what his doctor had recommended before we even had it here at HSN, and we're gonna take a listen to him so he can explain how this has made such a big difference in maintaining that gorgeous head of hair that he now has. Here's Martino.
My name is Martino Cardi, celebrity stylist. When I turned 40 years old, I noticed my hairline was really starting to thin and I was starting to panic. So I found a hair restoration surgeon, world-renowned guy, right here in Florida. So I went to him and I had the transplant. I spent a lot of money and he told me, you really should protect your investment. And by doing that, I want you to get this Capillus laser cap. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna stop the hair from falling out that you already had with the surgery. Plus, it's gonna help other hair come in thicker and more fuller, like when you were younger. Being a celebrity stylist, I have access to the best of the best. So if I choose Capillus, you should too. FDA approved, clinical results, you're gonna love your hair.
And his hair looks fantastic.
I know, right?
Barry Pinter is here.
But look, it looks fantastic because he's proactive in making it look. So many hosts here, so many models here. So look, and I'm going to tell you something, and I don't say this all the time because people go, oh, well, excuse me. I work with, so my title is physician relations now, okay?
Which is
yeah,
important.
so I work with doctors. That's my job. I work with the biggest doctors in Beverly Hills, the biggest doctors in Manhattan, plastic surgeons and hair doctors. If I told you the people who use this, you would be shocked.
Yeah. And we're talking in the celebrity world.
I am not kidding. I just,
Seriously.
obviously I can't say it, nor would I.
Right.
It's just fortunate we have people like Adam and some of the models here who will go on record as saying that. But, you know, people want to, a lot of beauty is very proactive. It's doing something about it. And that's my #1 message, Lynn, really, when I would sit with folks. And if you hear me say nothing else today, please hear me say this. Medical technology has advanced to the point where you can do something now. I understand that you probably just thought this was your lot in life. You stopped going to reunions. You stopped going to functions. Some of you won't even go to the post office anymore. Some of you guys out there are living in hats even when you're wearing a suit. I understand. I've sat with you. I understand the insane emotion that comes with that, but hear me say you don't have to, because let me explain. Hang with me 1 second. I want to tell you exactly what's going on. You're born with a healthy follicle, or a healthy root, as a lot of people call it. What's happening is, and what's happened since the beginning of time, is it starts to die because it's genetically programmed to. It's called miniaturization. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it's gone, dead and gone. But check this out. In the last 10 to 20 years, the medical community has found out we can catch it before it's gone, meaning there's a baby hair there that you can't even see with your human eye. Use a very specific spectrum of light, class 3R, 650 nanometers of light. I'll get as specific as you want. But the same lasers used in hospitals for wound healing and burn healing to actually stimulate the mitochondria in the cell of that follicle. Remember science class? Mitochondria, the energy centers. They get excited. They say they don't have to die. They come back to full life again, like you saw in those before and afters. And as the follicle becomes full life, the factory of the hair, so does the hair. And that's what you're seeing in those before and afters, Lynn.
Right.
It's real medical technology.
And we're showing that. Let's just walk everybody through just exactly what you just explained.
So this is what I did with my hands, okay? But this is where you can see it. So that's what a follicle looks like. We can loop this twice if we can. You saw it getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Now in this animation, we catch it before it gets too small, which is great too, because we can do that too. Here comes that light, 365 nanometers. That's a very specific color spectrum of light that will go through your hair and will go through your scalp and reach down to the follicle. If it weren't that color, it would just sit on the top of your head as an LED would.
Can we show this lit up again? Because remember,
yes.
Barry, does that mean all 200 plus of these lasers?
Guys, go as close as you can, because I want you to see this. We're looking right through that hypoallergenic silicone gel layer, okay? Again, these are not Christmas tree lights. These are medical grade lasers. Do you see them? They almost look like tubes in there. If I turn it off, it's a little easier to see. They almost look like tubes in there. It's called coherent light. Oh, you can see it now. So again, you can see these are just not like LED lights. These are actually specific color spectrum that it's going to go through your hair. See, there's safety features in it. We'll show you that with Valerie as well again. See, when you take it off, it automatically turns off. When I put my foot, it thinks it's a head, my fist there, it thinks it's on. Okay, it's actually gonna go through the hair, go through the scalp, reach down to that follicle and genuinely stimulate that mitochondria in there. So the before and after, like you saw in Daniel, really is happening to you, where you're growing real hair. You can cut, color, perm, tweak by nature, do anything you want, because it's your real hair.
And this is the beauty. After
so
3
there it
months,
is, guys. Okay,
everyone.
so look, you saw me do my fist, you saw the animation. This is where you're seeing it in 3D, and this is why I get so excited. So there is Daniel, okay, you can see the scalp. Notice with Daniel, he thinks that's all the hair he has. Wrong. There's tons of hair there that's so big. Now, if I scoped it, which I would do when he came into my office using a microscope, I'd be able to show his miniaturized hair where they're super fine. But even my microscope can't see all the hair that's there. So the great news is he thinks that's all the hair he has. There are a lot of follicles still there that we can bring back to life. As you can see, we very specifically did 6 months later.
He has to be over the moon. I mean, that's after 6 months. wearing it 6 minutes a day.
6 minutes
That's
once a day, that's it. Because you know, in the medical industry, there's something called compliance, meaning you'll do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the other modalities I talked about, the minoxidil. When I sat with folks in my office doing a consultation, I'd talk about minoxidil in the early days before this, and they'll say, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And you know, they're excited because they see they can stop their hair from falling out. They come back in 2 weeks, I say, how's it going with the minoxidil? Well, I was great in the beginning, but then it got all over my pillow. It messed with my hair product. I just kind of stopped using it. The other one, PRP, you have to go to your doctor's office over and over again for the rest of your life. In about 2 months, it costs the price of this cap.
That you have for a lifetime.
For the rest of your life,
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, this you buy once and you own and you pop it on for 6 minutes once a day. We'll go over to Val and show how it's used.
And then we're going to listen to the doctors too, because we said this is one of the #1 sellers in dermatology offices and hair loss centers. This is what people are going for because they're seeing the results, and it's only getting better with continuous use. That's why we offer a 6-month return policy. That's how confident we are. But when you saw after 6 months, after a year, can you only imagine? I mean, once you're doing it for 2 years, that's when you're going to be at your best capacity. How much better? It's like you're going to have a full head of hair back.
Yeah.
And the beauty is, it's not that much of a commitment. It's wearing a ball cap for 6 minutes a day. And it doesn't have to be this ball cap. It could be your favorite ball cap. So we should talk to Valerie and how this works.
Yeah, exactly. So why don't we want to do the doctor before that, like you mentioned?
Let's do that.
Okay,
Let's listen to the
you
doctor.
wanted to bring in the
You
doctor,
bet.
and that's a good thing because again, assembled in the USA, huge, okay, huge. We're now seeing how huge that is, okay. At our headquarters, which happen to be in Miami, we have libraries full of doctors who are on record why they love Capillus, and as a matter of fact, our biggest fans are doctors. I'm not just saying that. We also have, I'm going to show you this real quickly before I forget it since I'm saying here, when you buy this cap, this isn't a one and done like, here you go, have at it, good luck. We are here with a giant customer service department that you can call. Here's a quick start guide. You get a whole book that's very easy to understand on how to use it. You can call us 5 times a day and say, wait, how do I turn it off? Wait, how do I turn it off? Wait, the dog ate my charger. Can you send me a new charger? Yes, 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 yes. We are here to walk with you all the way. So we have a library full of doctors, but I always bring this one because you know her, you respect her. She's known in the home shopping world. She's not only an MD, she's also a PhD, and this is why, specifically for herself, kudos to her for going on record, Dr. Deness uses the Capillus.
My name is Dr. Adrienne Deness. I'm a medical doctor. I also have a PhD. 2 years ago, I began to see a profound change in the quality of my hair. I have started to use Capillus, and I find it effective. It is very important for me that Capillus is FDA cleared. You put it on your head, you turn it on, one button, and you're done.
That simple, that easy, and we always love having, hearing the doctor's advice and knowing that it's FDA cleared. And I know Barry is over with Valerie just to show you 6 minutes a day. That can be any time that you want, and it does all the work for you. And we're going to talk about that because it even turns off. You don't even have to set an alarm or a reminder because it'll automatically turn off after 6 minutes, correct?
There is, exactly, Lynn. There's like nothing that you can do wrong. We're talking about pushing one button. But even as I show you this, remember, we are here to walk with you all the way. It comes with a 2-year warranty, but you can call us for the rest of your life. We're going nowhere. So Valerie pops the cap on. She has one button to push to make it work. See that button right there? She's showing it to you. She taps that button and bam, her treatment begins. Can you give them a peekaboo, Val? Show them the lasers. You see that? See, okay, see how they popped off? There are patented, by the way, safety sensors in there that if you take that cap off, it automatically turns off. You don't have to worry about turning it off for yourself because a computer chip is regulating your entire treatment. It will turn itself off in 6 minutes. Here's the beauty of it though. Valerie could be vacuuming, could be doing stir fry, she could be dusting, you know, she's
on
at
the
home.
treadmill.
She's home for the next 2 months saying, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? The kids are home, I'm going nuts from school. I know what, I'll grow hair. Now, that might sound ridiculous, but it's true. She can really be growing real hair because she's home. Now, Martino, I think he said he does it when he brushes his teeth. I do it when I get up and I'm checking my email in the morning. So one of our other models was saying she does it when she's Facebooking. But the beauty of it is, it's that one button. It turns itself off 6 minutes later. If you take the cap off, it'll automatically turn itself off. The lasers aren't dangerous if you stare into them, by the way, just so you know. It's just that we wanted to be safe all the way around because we work extremely closely with the FDA and want to do everything above board. But Lynn, that's it. She's done with that.
Is she feeling anything right now?
She pops it in here. Are you feeling anything, Valerie? No, nothing. They're actually known as cool lasers. So again, as I said, what's happening to her is all of those baby fine hairs on her head are actually being stimulated. The cells in the follicles are being stimulated back into the growth phase, and it's amazing. It's that patented eye safety sensors as you're seeing right there. Again, you don't have to worry. They're not the kind of lasers that are going to hurt your eyes at all. It's just not going to happen, but we have it there for you. That flexible fit silicone, that is gigantic. That's a hypoallergenic silicone gel layer. Lynn, it's been that way for years, but these days we see how important that is, right?
Absolutely, and the importance of FDA cleared, which we're going to talk about what that means in just a moment. But if you are just tuning in, the #1 top seller right now for ease and guaranteed to have, again, that wonderful natural your hair regrowth by simply wearing the laser cap. Here at HSN, we're always so thrilled when we can bring to you a special event price, and at $300 off, you bet it is. And then on top of that, the flex pay options. The fact that you can break up your payments over the next 6 months, it's gonna be around $283. But I will tell you, you have 6 months for your return policy. If you're not noticing, getting close to that time, any results, we make the return so simple and easy. No questions asked, you just send it back. You owe it to yourself to see what a difference it's gonna make. So FDA cleared, I mentioned that because there's a lot of different other knockoffs out there that don't have that. So when I talk about safety and is it, you know, do you feel anything? These are what they test, correct? To make sure that it is up to par in order to be federally regulated?
Absolutely, and again, FDA is an American institution that stamps things very, very specifically from human clinical trials. You do, however, have to be, when you're buying something online, you know, every doctor on the planet says, please don't go online for medical advice, right? Because if you're just gonna Google something and something's gonna come up, they can say they're FDA cleared all day. They can make any kind of claim they want to get your money. That's why you have to be so careful to get something that you know is really FDA cleared, which we are, which you will see on the box when you get it home, and let me explain to you what that means, okay? To be FDA cleared, you have to prove to the FDA that this technology, quite specifically, will do what we say it will do through human clinical trials. Think about this. The FDA is saying this will help to stop hair loss, and this will help to cause hair regrowth. Guys, that's huge, because you don't have to take my word for it, or Lynn's word for it, or Dr. Dinesh's word for it. The FDA is saying this will do what we says it will do, but also, you not only have to prove efficacy to the FDA, you also have to prove safety. And as a matter of fact, the FDA allows us to say about this, 0 known adverse side effects.
Wow.
Think about that.
That's huge.
Because some people hear lasers and go, lasers. But again, lasers are used in just about every medical procedure out there these days when you think about it.
True.
These are the same lasers used for wound healing, okay, or burn healing. They're just not in cap form. This is in cap form because we're literally treating your follicles.
Going right back to it. I know we mentioned several of our hosts here at HSN and models here at HSN for male and female have been using the Capillus, and one of them happens to be our very own Adam Freeman, who's going to share his story.
Well, I suppose it's a confidence thing, you know, when you look in the mirror and you start to see that your hair's getting a little bit thinner, and then it just kind of builds up and builds up over time. So when I found Capillus, I thought, well, I'm here at HSN, I might as well give it a go. I'd seen it on TV that it only takes 6 minutes per treatment, so I did it and I tried it. I'm starting to see the difference. My hair's feeling thicker, fuller, and it looks healthier. So yes, I'm definitely happy that I took the chance on Capillus.
I love hearing these and seeing, for that matter, and I continue to see the results on Adam, and it's true.
And his wife
it's
seeing
working.
it, and a lot of folks around. I know it's real exciting stuff.
It is when you see those results. Now, we also have an activator that we just want to mention that is available.
Yes.
How do we incorporate that, Barry, into using the Capillus?
So this activator is really good, specific product, specific for folks dealing with hair loss. The first thing I want to show you is, remember how I talked about things messing with your product? This will go on and go right into your hair and your scalp. There are things in here like amino acids that will add elasticity to your scalp and to your hair. There are things that are known DHT blockers. I know I'm using a lot of terminology, but those of you who suffer from hair loss know what I'm talking about. Saw palmetto, green tea oil. These things are all in here specifically formulated. I say it's like a lawn, so you're going to grow grass, okay?
Yes.
This is great fertilizer to use in growing grass. You can use it by yourself. If you're thinking about getting this another time, great time to get this right now to get you before you get started on your cap or with your cap. You don't need it, and that's important to say. When you open the directions, there's no secret, oh wait, I have to buy this, I have to buy this. No, this is all you need, but this is just a great product for hair loss that's going to really specifically address things that make your hair fall out.
And up to this date, let's discuss again other products out there when it comes to hair loss. I think that is important.
What the medical community recognizes, right?
Yes, yes.
I always spend time talking about this in my office because, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's super important to me that you have the information because some of you think there's nothing, some of you think there are hundreds of things you can do. Here's the reality. Ladies, you have 3. Men, you have 4. When I say 3 or 4, I'm talking about, like, for example, I'm one of those geeks who reads all the clinical trials, all the meta-analysis. They always talk about the same 3 or 4. Meaning when you go to your dermatologist or your hair doctor, say my hair is falling out, they're going to recommend 3 or 4 things. So let me explain them to you because some of you didn't even know they existed. One is minoxidil. It's a topical you leave on. You have to put it on and leave it on twice a day for it to work. It's repackaged and rebranded every year. It's all over TV in a different infomercial. Every year they just call it something else and that's what you're getting, okay? The problem is people just stop using it because it gets on the pillow, it mixes with the hair product. If you don't put it on and leave it on twice a day, it will not work. I probably don't need to tell you that. Some of you have tried it, okay? The other one is called PRP, platelet-rich plasma. You go to your doctor's office every month or 2 months for the rest of your life to get shots in your head, okay? Again, 1 or 2 months and you've pretty much paid for the price of this cap. The last one is what's known as low-level laser therapy. This right here, also known as photobiomodulation. They sound like big medical words because they are, Lynn. We're talking about a real medical device. Gentlemen, just so you know, you have a 4th option, finasteride, okay? It's a prescription medication that is originally and still is a medication for an enlarged prostate in a male. They just reduced the dosage because they found it helps to stop hair loss, but the FDA requires me to say that it can have side effects. So, ladies, 3, right? Minoxidil, PRP, laser, men, 1 more, 4, that's it. The other ones you have to buy over and over again. This is the only one you buy once, and in meta-analysis where they compare them all side by side, off the charts effectiveness.
And everything you need is coming home to you. The cap, obviously the laser on the inside, which you can, you know, exchange a different ball cap as we showed you with Valerie. All of your adapters for international, so you have all of that for charging. You also get the carrying case that comes along with it because once you start using it, you want to use it every single day to get the maximum benefits. Simply 6 minutes a day. It's HSN. We stand behind this product so much that we give you a full 6-month return policy, which is wonderful. And the 6 months that you can break up your payments where we're already discounted from what you would expect to pay anywhere else. It's just about a $2,000 hair regrowth. Again, that laser FDA cleared, wonderful device that is pain-free, so easy, and we're gonna show you those before and afters because I want you to appreciate these results after 6 months, after a year, and they guarantee the maximum benefits after 2 years.
Up to 2
correct?
years until that follicle grows to its full healthy state. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are we looking at when we're going to see here?
All right, let's start with Daniel,
Yes.
okay? Again, someone like Daniel comes into my office, panicked, his hair's falling out. Guess what, Daniel? Here's the great news. Medical technology has advanced to the point where we can not only stop your hair from falling out, we can actually help to regrow it. What's happening is Daniel isn't regrowing follicles, he just has tiny follicles there that are on their way out the door that are dying that we're bringing back to life. That's what's happening. That's why, ladies, if you're sitting at home, gentlemen, if you're sitting at home, and you can see the peach fuzz there, you just can see your scalp as well. That peach fuzz can turn into full-blown hair, just like you're seeing here. Here's Yvonne. I just like to show her as well. She's very typical pattern, wider, but I bring her because she helps me underscore the fact that you're gonna grow the healthiest hair that you can grow. Look at her sides, her back, her bangs, thick, shiny. She can cut it, color it, permanent, yank on it. I mean, you don't wanna yank on it too much. That's a whole other kind of traction alopecia baldness, but you know, she can do anything. It's her hair. You don't have to baby it. I bring Lester because Lester's only 3 months in. At this point, Lester's only started to stop losing hair, okay?
Really impressive.
Which is all
after
people
3
really
months.
want to do when they
Sure.
come into my office. He's about to start now filling in even more, which is so exciting for him.
Is it ever too early or is it ever too late to start wearing this to, again,
Great question.
get
Okay,
these results?
so who is this not for? Let's talk
Right.
about that.
Okay.
So, I hate using myself as an example more than I can say, okay, but I have to. See right here, shiny bald. No follicles, long gone. I lost them in my 20s, way before this technology was here. I'm not gonna grow follicles here. They're gone. That's what I showed you. They will die. If you are shiny bald, or wherever you're shiny bald, there's just not even peach fuzz there, you're not gonna grow hair. So if you're, gentlemen, for example, if you're shiny bald and have the horseshoe and you think, I'm gonna buy this so I can grow hair, don't. I don't want to mislead you. We're not going to create a follicle there, okay? However, ladies, gentlemen, FDA cleared for both of you. If your hair's thin, if you can see the fuzz, even if it's more than fuzz, it's just thin hair where you can see your scalp like you saw in your before and afters, this is for you because it's not only the follicles that you can see when you're looking in the mirror, there are more there that we can actually bring back to life.
Wow. I mean, that in itself, you know, knowing that you're giving out and that hope, you know, and that you've seen as you know, you are back and forth, you were
and working with the doctors who do it and training them and their staff. And as a matter of fact,
and speak to thousands of people that have been using the Capillus.
Thousands, and I sit with them and, you know, they're crying and they're upset, and I've seen the gamut of emotions because it's a big deal. And by the way, if I can just say real quickly, last time we were on, when we sold out, we got a lady who called in and said, I have a scalp condition, can I use this? And that's a great thing to address. Can you use it? That's the understatement. Remember, these are lasers used for wound healing and burn healing. It's been known to totally get rid of psoriasis and all kind of scalp conditions. So don't let a scalp condition stop you. If anything, it's going to do just the opposite and do amazing things, not only for hair health, but for scalp health as well.
How great is, I never heard that one before.
I know.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, she called in and reminded me of it. It's great for it.
And all made in the United States. We were showing video of individually hand done each and every one of these caps. Listen, we understand this is an investment. It's an investment, but it's an investment that's FDA cleared, that you have seen amazing results, that we have seen amazing results, and we are thrilled to be able to team up with this amazing company at HSN and offer that wonderful event price at $300 off, and then maybe even make it a little bit more attainable having the flex pay options, that you can get this home for $300 or less than that. It's free shipping, so it's $284 somewhere in there, your first payment. And that full 6 month return, 60 day. I mean, I've never had anything 6 months.
Because you're growing real hair.
Yes.
How exciting is that?
It's so exciting.
Real hair, your hair.
We have about 15 seconds remaining. So any last words again about the
FDA
Capillus?
cleared, real medical device, professional grade 202 lasers that doctors use that you can buy for yourself and own.
You're wonderful.
You are
educate
too.
us.
Love
Thank
it.
you
Thank you
so much, Mary. And thank you, everyone. I know that our friend Adam's coming up with Home Solutions. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Never run out of the things you love with AutoShip at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and easily customize your shipping preferences. Plus, AutoShip locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search AutoShip on hsn.com. Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like 12-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on beauty, jewelry, shoe, and fashion purchases all day, every day. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $20 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/hsncard.
Food has always been my passion. But the truth is, even in the world's best kitchens, the tools can really make or break a chef. That's why I've developed this incredible, innovative line for HSN. It makes the prep easy, and it also makes the cooking a whole lot of fun. From my kitchens to your tables. Let's turn the everyday into gourmet.
We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900.